These 7 new airport rules in 2026 are catching people completely off guard. Just last month, a family of 4 was denied boarding, not because they were late, but because of one rule most people have never even heard of. Let's get into it. Starting with number 7. Rule 7. Some airports are now banning liquids you carried last year. Picture this. You're at airport security. Same toiletry bag, same bottles, same routine. You throw your bag on the belt, walk through the scanner, and then you hear it. Sir, can you step aside, please? The officer reaches into your carry-on and pulls out your full-size shampoo, your face cream, your mouthwash that you've been carrying for 2 years without a single problem. One by one, they go into the trash. You're not carrying anything dangerous, you're not breaking any law, but you're standing there watching your stuff get thrown away and your flight boards in 40 minutes. Here's what happened. Several major airports in 2026 have reversed their previous liquid screening upgrades. Airports that had temporarily allowed larger liquid quantities because of advanced CT scanners have quietly rolled those permissions back. What was allowed last year at the same airport is now banned again this year. At the same time, airports without upgraded scanners are enforcing the original 311 rule harder than ever. 3.4 ounces per container, all containers in one clear quart-sized bag, 1 bag per person. No exceptions. And if your bag isn't ready to pull out instantly, you get flagged for additional screening. Why do travelers keep getting caught? Because they assume the rules are universal and permanent. They flew 6 months ago, nothing was taken, so they fly again with the same bag. But the policy changed quietly. No announcement, no email. Just a sign at the checkpoint most people walk past without reading. The consequences go beyond losing your products. If a liquid container isn't clearly labeled, the officer may escalate. That means secondary screening. That means 20 to 40 minutes minimum. That means a very real chance of missing your flight. Quick tip, before every trip in 2026, check your specific departure airport's website for their current liquids policy, not the TSA homepage, the specific airport. Rules are no longer the same everywhere. When in doubt, move it to your checked bag. And the next rule is even stricter, and it involves something sitting in millions of backpacks right now. Rule 6. Power banks and batteries, new watt-hour limits. A business traveler in Dallas had his brand new power bank confiscated at the gate. Not at security, at the gate. Right as he was about to board. He'd had the same power bank for 2 years, never had a single problem. Here's what changed. In 2026, gate staff now use handheld scanners that read battery capacity automatically. The screen flashes red, the officer steps in, and the power bank stays behind. Power banks above 100 watt-hours now require special airline approval before you fly. Power banks above 160 watt-hours are completely banned from both carry-on and checked baggage on most major carriers. This is industry-wide policy enforced consistently in 2026. The reason so many people are getting caught: e-commerce platforms are selling high-capacity power banks without clearly displaying watt-hour ratings on the packaging. Travelers buy them and have no idea what watt-hour means. They just know it charged their phone 5 times on the last trip. Consequences: confiscation on the spot, no refund, no negotiation. And if an oversized battery is found in your checked luggage, your entire bag may be pulled from the flight. Quick tip: flip your power bank over and find the watt-hour number marked as WH on the label. If it's over 100 watt-hours, check with your airline first. If it's over 160 watt-hours, leave it home. A $30 replacement is better than a $300 flight problem. But this next rule catches thousands of international travelers every single week, and most of them never see it coming. Rule 5. New entry requirements. Digital travel authorization. A woman flies from New York to London. She has her passport, she has her return ticket, she has her hotel booking, she has everything, or so she thinks. She lands at Heathrow after a 7-hour flight. She joins the immigration line. She reaches the officer. Do you have your ETA? She has by absolutely no idea what that means. She is denied entry, held in a room for hours, and then put on a return flight home the same day. Her entire trip gone, and she has to pay for the return flight herself. Here's what happened. The UK's electronic travel authorization, called the ETA, became mandatory for US travelers in 2025. In 2026, enforcement is fully automated and completely strict. No ETA in the system, no entry, no exceptions. And the UK isn't alone. Canada has the ETA. Australia has the ETA. Several other countries launched similar systems in 2026. These are not visas. They are digital pre-travel authorizations you apply for online, usually 24 to 72 hours before departure. They cost $10 to $25, take minutes to apply for, and without them, you don't get on the plane. Travelers get caught because they confuse these with visa-free travel. Americans don't need a visa to visit the UK, still true, but they now need an ETA. Those are two completely different things. Consequences: denied boarding if the airline catches it, or a full flight wasted, denied at the border, and deported at your own expense. Quick tip: every time you book an international trip in 2026, Google the destination country plus Digital Travel Authorization 2026. Apply the same day you book. Don't wait for a reminder that will never come. Most travelers never see this coming, but rule number 4 is something happening inside the airport before you even reach your gate. Rule 4, carry-on bag size enforcement is now automated. You've seen those metal frames at the boarding gate, the carry-on sizer boxes. For years, they were basically ignored. You walked past with an overstuffed bag and nothing happened. Those days are over. In 2026, major airlines including United, Delta, American, and several budget carriers have rolled out automated bag detection cameras at boarding gates. These cameras scan every carry-on as you approach the jet bridge size, shape, and thickness, all measured in real time. If your bag is even slightly over the limit, it gets flagged automatically. The gate agent gets a notification on their tablet before you even reach them. Your bag gets gate checked on the spot. At several budget carriers, that fee is now $75 to $100 per bag. No choice. Paid right there. Why is this catching so many travelers? Soft-sided bags that used to squeeze through now get flagged because the camera measures the bag as you carry it naturally, and travelers keep stuffing more into carry-ons to avoid checked baggage fees, making bags bigger every year. If your carry-on has valuables or medication inside, you're handing it over with no chance to reorganize. Quick tip: before you leave home, fit your carry-on inside the bag sizer frame near the gate. If it doesn't slide in cleanly, remove one item. Better to repack calmly than pay $100 in a panic. And the next rule is already causing delays for thousands of travelers every single week. Rule 3. Biometric screening is now mandatory at many U.S. airports. You walk up to the checkpoint. No agent, just a camera on a stand. It scans your face, matches it to your ID. The light turns green or red. If it turns red, a human agent manually verifies your identity. During peak hours, that takes 10 to 25 minutes. If your boarding time is in 15 minutes, you have a serious problem. In 2026, facial recognition has expanded to over 84 U.S. airports and is no longer optional at many international departure checkpoints. Your biometric scan is now cross-referenced against your airline booking in real time. The name on your ticket, the name on your passport, and your face all need to match simultaneously. A missing middle name on your ticket, the system may flag it. A small typo in your last name flag. Why are travelers caught off guard? Because they book flights quickly and never check that their name matches their government ID exactly. That mistake used to cause a minor hassle at check-in. In 2026, it can trigger a full security hold. Consequences: secondary screening, missed flights, and in some cases, being held for over an hour until an officer clears your identity manually. Quick tip: before every flight, open your ticket confirmation and your passport side by side. Confirm every name and every letter matches exactly. A 5-minute phone call to the airline before your trip saves you everything at the checkpoint. Rule number 2 is one that millions of Americans still don't know has fully kicked in, and in 2026, the consequences are severe. Rule 2, Real ID is now fully enforced. No exceptions. A man drives to the airport, domestic flight, done this dozens of times. He pulls out his driver's license and hands it to the TSA officer. The officer looks at the license, looks at him, looks at the license again. Sir, this is not a real ID compliant license. I can't accept this for boarding. boarding. The man had no idea there was a difference. His license had his name, his photo, his address, but it didn't have the star. In 2026, Real ID enforcement is fully active at every single TSA checkpoint in the United States. If your driver's license does not have a gold or black star in the upper corner, it cannot be used to board a domestic flight, period. The Real ID Act was delayed and extended for years. Travelers kept assuming it would get pushed back again. It didn't. No more extensions, no grace period, no supervisor who will wave you through. If your license doesn't have the star, you need a passport card, or a military ID. Those are your only options. Why are so many people still getting caught? Millions of Americans never upgraded their licenses. Some states were slow to roll out compliant cards, and a huge number of travelers simply assumed the deadline would move again because it always had before. This time it didn't. Consequences: not allowed through TSA. You miss your flight. The airline is not responsible. Your ticket is not refunded. If you don't have a passport on you, you are done for the day. Quick tip: look at your driver's license right now. If there is no gold or black star in the upper corner, either upgrade at the DMV, bring your birth certificate, social security card, and proof of address, or start carrying your passport for all domestic flights. DMV appointments take weeks. Do not wait. And now rule number 1. This is the one that ruins entire trips before they even begin. Rule 1. The passport validity rules are stricter than ever in 2026. A man arrives at the airport for his dream vacation. 10 days in Southeast Asia, 8 months of planning, flights booked, hotels paid, tours scheduled, new luggage bought. He hands his passport to the check-in agent. The agent types, pauses, picks up the phone. "Sir, I'm sorry, we cannot check you in." His passport expires in 4 months. His return flight is in 10 days. He thinks he's fine, but the country he's visiting requires 6 months of passport validity beyond the date of entry, not the return date. The day he lands, he is 4 months short. He does not board. He loses the trip. He loses the money. He goes home with an empty suitcase. This is the single biggest rule catching people off guard in 2026. Airlines have integrated directly with immigration databases in many countries. When you check in, the system automatically checks your passport expiry against your destination's entry requirements. Some travelers get a warning when they book. Others get no warning at all and find out at the counter 3 hours before an international flight. Why are so many people caught? The U.S. passport renewal backlog created a wave of travelers with passports expiring in the next year or two. The expiry date feels far away until it suddenly isn't. Most people don't check until it's too late, and consequences: denied boarding, no refund from the airline. It's classified as traveler error. Travel insurance usually doesn't cover it either. Hotels and tours gone, you lose everything. Quick tip: after this video, go find your passport right now. Check the expiry date. If it expires within the next 12 months and you have international travel planned, start the renewal process today. Standard U.S. renewal takes 6 to 8 weeks. Expedited takes 2 to 3 weeks. And remember, your destination may require 6 months of validity from your entry date, not your return date. Recap. Let's go through all 7 new airport rules in 2026 one final time. Number 7. Liquid rules are changing again. What was allowed last year may be banned now. Always check your specific airport before you travel. Number 6. Power banks over 100 watt-hours need airline approval. Over 160 watt-hours, leave it home. Number 5. The UK, Canada, Australia, and more now require digital travel authorizations separate from visas. Apply before you fly. Number 4. Carry-on bag size is now scanned automatically at boarding gates. An oversized bag means a $75 to $100 fee on the spot. Number 3. Biometric screening is mandatory at dozens of U.S. airports. One name mismatch on your ticket can trigger a security hold that costs you your flight. Number 2. Real ID is fully enforced in 2026. No star on your license means no boarding, no exceptions. And number 1. Passport validity is checked in real time. Most countries require 6 months of validity beyond your entry date, not your return date. Flying in 2026 is not harder, but it requires more preparation than ever before. Every traveler who got denied boarding because of these rules thought they were prepared. They weren't. Now you are. If this video helped you, subscribe right now. We cover airport rules, immigration updates, and travel changes every single week. The rules in 2026 are moving faster than most travel blogs can keep up with. We do this so you don't get caught off guard. Drop a comment below which rule shocked you the most. If any of these has happened to you personally, share your story. You might save someone else from the exact same mistake. Watch this next video for more airport security rules and travel updates 2026 you need to know before your next flight. See you there.